Welcome to another trade recap video. Today is Wednesday the 5th of August and we're gonna go over the two trades that I ended up taking today in New York on the Nasdaq, one loss and one win to secure 0.5 R in total on my accounts. Without any further ado, let's dive in. First off, proof of equity as always. So I was back at the first of all my 5 evaluations that I bought, and this one was halfway up, took a loss on that, and then rotated to the next account and took a win on that. This one was 0.5 R up, so now it's past halfway. It might have been smarter to just move on to the next account that was halfway so that I prioritize the accounts that are close to getting funded. But in the end, it will probably be more or less the same if I just rotate in the same manner every time. So moving on to the market. At 9:30 a.m. EST, this is what I had drawn out. We had London high available, we had London low available, and Asia low right beneath, right here. We created equal highs during London there. We had this 4-hour unmitigated gap below, as you can see right here. And then all other draws are basically 4-hour previous day highs and previous day London highs, these 3. That is all that I had marked out. ES is at all-time highs, so environment in general pretty bullish. When market opened, we immediately took out this London high at 9:30. As I said yesterday, usually I start on a 30-second time frame. There wasn't really anything that I could take. We had 9:30 high right here, 9:30 low right here. We first took 9:30 low. This could be an interesting inversion to take towards 9:30 high, which was at that point right here. But then you would have needed to take it at the push through, and I personally don't like to do that. I like to wait for an inversion, an actual close. But by then we took out 9:30 high already. So I went on the 1 minute. So we took London high, 9:30 high. And then we got this big candle downwards. And I took my first position right here at the 1 minute tap in. I was a bit tempted by the momentum of this big displacement candle. And in being so, I missed the fact that we landed in a 5-minute unmitigated fair value gap. So I was aiming to go down to at least this nearest 15-minute high and London low and this 4-hour UFEG. So that would have been a good trade, were it not that this candle landed in this unmitigated 5-minute gap. Right when I wanted to enter on Trade-O-Vate, I was like, oh, I didn't check the 5-minute. But then price stepped in the 1 minute and I was like, no, I'm not gonna miss this trade. It just looks too good. Straight sweep of London high, 9:30 high, straight down. So I entered, invalid trade, and actually a very avoidable loss. Was a bit discouraged by that, but learning from my mistakes, I continued to be on the charts compared to some other days previously where I just went off after a loss. I stayed patient for a potential other setup, and right before 9:45 we took previous day high, and then we also took opening range high. Right there. We then got a 1-minute tap in here, but since we just swept these 2 draws, I decided not to take that, especially after a loss already. Yesterday, this play worked as well. But usually when we just swept a draw or multiple draws, I'm not planning to take continuations anymore. And then we got this beautiful setup right here. Big displacement candle, breaking the structure as well after sweeping 2 major draws. 1-minute tap in right here. 25-point stop loss as usual, and 38-point TP which was a straight win. So that were the two trades that I ended up taking on the day. Happy that I continued to be on the charts after the avoidable invalid loss that I took and managed to still get another win. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be very happy to help you. Other than that, wish you the best day of your life so far. What that means is tomorrow is gonna be even better. Goodbye for now.